Good morning, everyone. Happy New Year. Happy 2026. I'm Marg from Creative Stamping with Marg. Today we have a nice, easy layout card to share with you, and lots of Stampin' Up! News happened yesterday, so I've got that all on my desk for you. So let's go down and have a look. Right, there we are. Hooray, the new mini catalog went live yesterday, so there it is, and I have it in my hands. For anyone that would like one, contact me. I can get one to you. It's beautiful. And now we can share the inside of it with you. If you haven't seen it yet, it is online, but if you need a copy in your hands, you can get a hold of me if you don't have a demonstrator of your own. I will set it to the side because we are going to have a look at it in a minute. I've got all this other news for you. The new product of the month has come out as of yesterday, and it is called Fabulous Sayings Stamps. So you need to go online and look at product of the month and it'll come up. However, the product of the month in December was True Blue Floral DSP, which was the 12 by 12 paper, which we are using today. And it was beautiful, all the different navy and balmy blue sheets. Gorgeous paper. It is still available, so you could choose one or the other with your order of over $100. Okay, so those both are still available as of right now. And you would pay $5 for one of them. And as soon as your order hits $100, you can order those. Okay, so that's the product of the month. The paper pumpkin for this January needs to be subscribed to before January 10th. So you still have 3 days to do that. And it is, what do they call this one? I can't even remember what the kid's called. Special delivery. And so it is Valentine cards, 9 cards, 3 each of 3 designs, 3 different coordinating envelope designs, pre-cut paper pieces with gold foil accent, and your classic Stampin' Spot is Poppy Parade. The add-on dies I've got on the bottom here are called Beautiful Blooms dies. The number's 168666, and they are $18. You get 4 dies. So the postage stamp shaped rectangle, the word beautiful. This sort of looks like a tulip to me, this flower, and then some leaves. And they will coordinate with January, February, and March's paper pumpkin. And this one comes in a beautiful box, as you can see there. So we've got 3 more days to subscribe for that. Bonus days is on. I don't have a flyer or anything for that, but it is on right now. And bonus days is when you purchase $100, you will receive a $6 coupon. They email the code to you, and you have to hang on to that email because they don't keep track of your coupons, and you can use those coupons in February. So if you're hesitant about ordering those or wondering what they are, bonus days, please get a hold of me. And my 2 ways to get a hold of me are right here. My email is mrgorn@shaw.ca, or my website with Stampin' Up is margaretgorn.stampinup.net, and I can answer those questions for you. All right. We also have the virtual card retreat is happening on January 22nd and 23rd. So it's 2 days from 2 to 9 p.m. But if you purchase this, you have access to it like online. You don't have to do it the days that they do it. You're going to be making 15 cards, and the kit is $225. It seems rather steep, but you're making 15 cards. You get a stamp set, you get dies, you get paper, you get everything to make these 15 cards, twine, embellishments. So there's a lot in that kit. The number for that kit is 170023. So again, that's the virtual card retreat, and I think it'll be a big hit. The cards look beautiful. All right, so we've got that. We have new online exclusives if you go on the online store. Plus, yesterday they released 3 new kits on the online store. And also, don't forget to check your last chance list. There's still lots of things on there at a good savings. All right, let's, I will tell you that I am doing a if you're in my area, I have a card class on Saturday the 10th. And we are using, I marked it in the mini catalog. This is where I can show you the inside of it now. We are using the Nature's Symphony and Nature Walk paper. This is the paper here, gorgeous. We are also using some of Gallery Blooms, and we are using the Nature Symphony stamp set and dies, the hexagons, the bronze hexagons. We are using the Natural Hues paper. We have the ribbon going on. So we're making 4 cards, and it is choose your own sayings. So you can, I've got lots of stamp sets ready for you to choose your own sayings. We will be using the right words, which unfortunately is back ordered right now till January the 19th. But this is a really good all-round stamp set. It has a lot of different words in it. Okay, and we will be using the Nature, I just have to find it, it's here, the Nature's Walk stamp set. Sorry, Nature's Symphony stamps and dies. So there they are. They're the new packaging. So there's the stamp set. So you can use any of the greetings out of here. And there's the dies that go with it. So we'll be using all of that on Saturday. So if you're interested in that, please get a hold of me. The best way for that is through my email, mrorn@shaw.ca, and I can send you all the details about that. Yes, that's a gorgeous suite. Look at 4 whole pages devoted to that suite. So that's what we're using on Saturday. All right, let's get to our card today. Today we are using the product of the month from last month, from December, which was this True Blue Florals. So the paper, I have the paper here, and I am using, my card base is Night of Navy. It is 4 1/4 by 11, scored at 5 1/2, and it's going to open this way. So that's our card base. Also out of cardstock, you're going to want to cut this frame, and I am using the Textured Notes dies. So I used, oops, they're on here kind of crooked, second from the largest to cut it out, and the 1, 2, I have to count in here, 1, 2, 3, 4th largest to cut out the center. And then you're going to have this piece left over, so you can use it on another card, what you cut out of there. I have it here because I am using it in another card, but there's the center that I cut out, but I'm going to keep this and use it in another card. So I have that. So this is what you get when you do that. So you have the fancy stitching on the outside, but just plain cut in the middle. Okay, so there's that. And then I cut a piece of designer series paper. Now you could have chosen any of the beautiful paper that they have. This is the one I chose to put on my card, and it is 5 1/8, sorry, 5 1/8 by 3 7/8. So it's going to go right on the front of my card like that. And then from the one piece that I really liked of this designer series paper, it's this one. I did some fussy cutting. You can see all my fussy cutting out of here. I cut out a bunch of the flowers. I don't know what I'm going to use yet, but we'll figure it all out when we get there. So I have those already cut out. And I used the very, let's see, 1, 2, 3rd largest of these Textured Notes dies to cut a piece of basic white, and this will be my inside to write on. And I used the very center one to cut out my basic white for my greeting. And like I said, I am using the right words, and I used Thinking of You from here to stamp out with Night of Navy on that for my greeting. So a lot of use of these Textured Notes dies. Okay, let's get to putting this together. I do want my silicone mat, so put it here. And first things first, I'm just going to glue this designer paper right onto here. There's my glue. All right. I hope everybody had a nice holiday season, Christmas break, whatever you were doing for that time off. I did take those 2 weeks off from doing videos, and I did some planning for the new year for card classes and the things that I'm going to do. I also am going to be away in February, so there won't be, I will do, I have to look at my calendar. I will do, today's the 7th, so I'm not sure I'm going to be live, or I'm going to do a video on the 14th because I leave the next day, but I'll try to get something together for you for the 14th, Valentine's Day. And then I will be away for 2 or 3 weeks, so I may miss 3 videos. So here's where we're going to just put our frame on, and inside of the frame we're just going to put our words. So you can put your frame up on dimensionals, which I think I will because I like the look of that. And I'm thinking I might take my scissors here and cut some of these side pieces that we, well, we don't throw them away, but I'm going to use those side pieces, I think. Let's do it like this. Just going to cut it a little bit so I can get in there and pull it off, because this is quite long, but that's going to be perfect. So on the back side, I am going to just center this, put it right down there. It's a great use of those long edges. I probably have some more long edges here that I could use up. Maybe not. Okay, I'm going to use the other side. Same thing. Just cut it like that. And then you can also use, we do sell the dimensional strips, but I'm going to use these up. Why not? So I'm going to put that on there. And then I just need something along the bottom. So I can use the other ends of these on the bottom. Maybe don't need quite as many. And that's a good use of these also. And you're the only one that sees what this looks like. It looks kind of unusual, but that's all right. And 1, 2, 3, 4. I'll just do the same thing on the other side here. I hope everybody's having better weather. For those of you that maybe don't know, I live in St. Albert, Alberta, Canada. And we've had some really cold weather, and we have a ton of snow here. So that's, you know, out came the snowblower over the holidays. And because what ends up happening here is our snowbanks get so high between our neighbor and us that there's no place to put the snow anymore. So my husband has to sort of blow it out to the front of the yard and, you know, snow blow it all the way into our front yard kind of thing, where it doesn't really matter. But yeah, there is a lot of snow here. So if you're that kind of a person that loves all that, or you're a skier, I'm sure you're happy about all that snow. Me, not so much. Okay, so I put that up on dimensionals, and that just gives it a different bit of a look. You can see it's up there. And I might even put my thinking of you on dimensionals. This time I'll use the regular ones. And then I'm going to decide, I'm not going to take the backings off because I want to decide where I want to put this. Because I cut these flowers out, I thought, where do I want to put these? I want to put them on the corner of my frame. So they can go like that. This one is for the inside. A lot of your paper will have the flowers going off the edge, like they're cut off. Don't throw those away, because you can see I cut this one out, wherever it came from. It came from the edge over here probably. And I'm going to use it on the inside, and I'm just going to put it either here or here and just lay it down. And it looks really nice on the inside. So I have 2 of these cut. And I thought I could have done that with it and just sort of put it on the edge of my paper. hadn't thought too much about embellishments. I don't have any balmy blue, there's no current balmy blue ribbon or Night of Navy. So I brought in some old Night of Navy twine and I tied it in double bow. Some old, this is really old, this was Celebration, I think, at one time, ribbon. That's balmy blue ribbon. We also had a package called Baker's Twine 3-color pack, and it had balmy blue Baker's Twine in it. So I have that. And then this is where I pulled my Night of Navy from. This was Natural Tones linen thread. This is all retired. But I was looking for something to put on my card. So we'll see about that. Then as far as any kind of embellishments, I do have balmy blue, and actually I really like that Azure Afternoon. Almost goes on here darker. It's kind of pretty. The balmy blue are supposed to be these, and I don't know if I like them or not. There's always rhinestones or pearls, but that's all the current I think I have. I know I've pulled some other things for other cards here, but I don't think there's anything in that color. Let's see what I've got here. Yeah, I've got cloud cover in this one. That cloud cover doesn't look bad. That's, this is called the Muted Palette Dots. Mossy Meadow, Cloud Cover, Daffodil Delight, and Petal Pink. Maybe I could sneak away with those, cloud cover. That's about all I have that's current. So we'll leave that till the end. But I think I am going to, and I'm thinking, should I put my greeting sort of over in the corner like that and then put these on? I like the look of that. So I think I'll go ahead and put my greeting in there. Then that helps me decide where I'm going to. I didn't mention this paper is obviously directional, so be careful when you put your paper on that you are, you know, noticing the direction that it's going, so you're not putting things, your flowers upside down. I think that looks pretty good. Then I'm just going to glue these on, and I think what I'll do is I'll just put some glue on the corner of the frame because I want it to be on the corner of the frame like that, and just put my flower on just like that. And it's fine that it's loose underneath here. Just be aware that you don't want it sticking off the corners of your card itself, because it's got to fit in your envelope, of course. Okay, and then just a little on the corner here, just like that. And I think I will just put it like that. I like the look of that. I think that looks really neat. How it sits on the corner of the frame. And this layout can be adapted to so many things. I was looking at the Painterly Pears suite, which is on the last chance list, and the paper, and I thought, oh, you know, have a pear in the corner, it'd be really nice. So that's that on the outside. I'll think about the ribbon in a minute. I am going to glue this flower onto the corner here. I didn't stamp anything in the inside, but the Right Words has a lot of different things. Like I put Thinking of You on the outside. It says a lot, or You're So Kind, Sending Good Vibes to Someone We're Celebrating Every Single Day, or Thinking of You and turning it into a sympathy card. Hoping the loss you feel right now will be eased by wonderful memories. I wish I had the right words for a time like this. So there's lots of words that you can put on the inside also. So it's really useful and versatile stamp set. So I'm just trying to think what I want to do. You know what? I think I'm going to put my flower right here, just like this. And I'm not covering up the stitching that's on my white because I like the stitching that's there. And then we'll just put it right in. And I may do my little trick with my glue and only put a little bit of seal on the top of this, just like that, just a small little bit of seal. You can see it there. And then I can just twist it out and stamp a greeting, because I don't like to put it permanently in and then I stamp the greeting and oops, the greeting is crooked or something's wrong with the greeting. And I go, oh, I don't like that at all, and I've wrecked it. So that's my trick for that. So just by putting just that little on there, you can just twist this off and it'll come right off, and then you can stamp on it. So there's our card. Now, if we think it needs a little something, I could put that on there. I have this balmy blue bow that I could put on. Oh, I kind of like that there. I don't like the way this tied. I used my bow jig to tie this, and I don't really like the way it tied. So I'm going to take it apart and retie it and hope it looks a little bit different. And you can use glue dots to put this on, and then it would go, you can make it go the way you want. I often put 2 or 3 glue dots on under my bows, and then I know that I have them going the way I want them. Just cut my nails today, and oh boy, hard to maneuver some of these things. Okay, let's see if I've got a better looking bow than I had. I didn't like it. That's okay. I think that looks all right, and I will get my ribbon scissors here and cut it off a little bit, but I think I'm going to just pull this down a little bit, and I think I'm just going to tuck it right. I can even maybe tuck it underneath. I don't want to tuck it underneath, I don't think. All right, so I will get my Take Your Pick tool, and I am using some glue dots that came in the Paper Pumpkin kits, because they're really good to use, and I'm going to use them up. I'm going to stick it right on the corner of this label. Just have to get that paper off of me from the glue dot, and then I'm going to just tuck it onto there like that, and then I think I will trim these shorter like that and like that, just to add a little something to it. And I don't think we will put any dots on it. Just thinking, I don't know if I really want any dots on here. Those balmy blue ones just are too almost turquoisey. I kind of like these azure afternoons, but not certain about them, so let's just see. What about these ones? I think I should put a couple of these on. Maybe I will. These are, again, these ones are cloud cover, but to me they go even better than those other ones that are supposed to be balmy blue. So I don't know, what do you guys think? Unless I put it on the frame, which I kind of didn't want to do, I think I'll just put them here. They come in 2 sizes, a large, and let's put a couple of small ones on, just like that. There we go. Okay, that makes me happy that there's a little bit of something on it. All right, so that is a very simple layout. Like I said, can be used for so many things, and by raising the frame up, it really gives it a lot of dimension. It's hard to see it on the camera here, but there we go. So that's our card for today. I don't have another one made. I just made this one, and I was working with this True Blue floral paper, and I just thought, oh, I can think of so many ideas to use with this paper. So I wanted to feature it. And the Right Word stamp set, of course. Like I said, very versatile stamp set. And dig in your stash looking for retired product, possibly, that you can use for, you know, your bows. I have all of this twine that I should be using up. So there's all that. And like I said, that ribbon was really old ribbon that I had from a celebration. So if you haven't seen this True Blue Florals, I'll lay the paper out. That's the one I used today. There's this one. There's the one I used for cutting out my flowers. There's that one. And then there's 2 navies. And then this one, isn't this one gorgeous? And this navy is exactly the same as the one that I used in the balmy blue. So same pattern. I heard one of the demonstrators say it made her think this one, and this one made her think of old wallpaper. And I think she's right. So when I flip it over, this is what we have on the other side. So this one, that one. So a lot more white on these ones. That one, oops. This one a little more concentrated in the blue and the balmy blue. This one's very pretty, and I've seen people cut these white clusters of flowers out, like I cut the other flowers out, and very pretty. This one also makes me think of wallpaper, this design. Okay, so that is gorgeous paper, two each of six designs. And so what a great thing for $5. All right, I hope you enjoyed that. If you have any questions, please message me. And if anybody wants to join us for the Saturday card class, you need to let me know. I'll be doing all my prep and everything probably later today or tomorrow. All right. Again, Happy New Year to everyone, and I hope to see you next week.